You've had such a distinguished career with incredible milestones from winning the Best RM Award at SBI to your current role driving business development at SBI Global Factors.
So since I had some rural background in agriculture lending and all, I try to understand the problems faced by them.
So I'm really curious, sir, how important do you think continuous learning is for a leader's success?
One thing I noticed is these people, since they are either first generation entrepreneurs or second generation, they are all technocrats. They don't have very good knowledge in finances because they are not brought up in that way.
With all your experience, do you see yourself stepping into more strategic boardroom roles in the future?
If I am able to enter into any board, so as a part-time director or one of the independent director, I will be able to guide them, at least improve their style of functioning and also bring some financial discipline.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm thrilled to have you with us today because we have a very special guest, someone whose career journey is not just impressive but truly inspiring. Joining us today is Mr. K R Manjunath, a seasoned banking leader with over 30 years of experience across various segments of banking, from managing large corporate accounts to driving business development in the SME sector. His career has been a testament to dedication, adaptability, and leadership. Mr. K R Manjunath, it's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me here. It's an honor to be here. I'm looking forward for this beautiful conversation.
The pleasure is all ours, sir. You've had such a distinguished career with incredible milestones from winning the Best RM Award at SBI to your current role driving business development at SBI Global Factors. It's clear that you've mastered the art of leading through change, and I'm excited for our audience to hear about your journey and the valuable lessons you've gathered along the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate that. I'm excited to share some of my experiences and insight today. Thank you.
Sir, you've had such an incredible journey in the banking world, and we'd love to hear it from your perspective. Could you take us through how it all began for you? Like, what was the start of your career like, and how did you find your way to where you are today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I graduated during 90s. At that time, the availability of job was very limited. It was restricted to certain areas only. It was prior to globalization and opening up of economy. So, be it a public sector or railways or banking or insurance, one had to appear for the All India exams and then take up a job. So, I also joined SBI by writing up an All India exam conducted by Central Recruitment Board and joined the SBI. And I was posted to a rural branch, a village branch, which predominantly it was agriculture background. And I had a occasion to meet various farmers and all, and it was a rain-fed area, not much irrigation. So we had to help them out to come out of their economic, what you call, financial, very weak were there. So I kept on exploring how best I can help them. So I get into touch with a few agriculture extension officers in government departments. Through them, I was able to get some multiple cropping and alternative crops and ancillary agriculture activities like dairies, that poultry and all. So I kept on highlighting these things to those farmers also. They also started supporting me. So initially in small villages it started and it gained prominence, and they asked me to come and describe in the village committee meetings and all. So it started like that, and gradually spread out like wildfire. And we had a service area concept in our bank. Around 32 villages were there within our area. So I was able to help a majority of those farmers. So in that way it started, and it got prominence.
Lovely to hear that, sir. Sir, you've had such a distinguished career, and one of the most fascinating parts of your journey was when you took on the challenge of heading the SME RBO in 2021. You were tasked with driving SME business growth in tier 2 and tier 3 cities that are often overlooked in terms of banking and financial services. So, we'd love to hear from you, sir. What were the biggest obstacles you faced in reaching these unserved markets, and how did you approach those challenges with such a deep commitment to making a difference?
Yeah. In a way, that was a challenging part in my career. I was posted in Mangalore. Mangalore, it is a second tier two city in Karnataka. And nearby Mangalore, there is no much industrial growth and not much big cities are there. So, lot of this arecanut and what you call our cashew growing areas is there. So, a lot of my customers were either cashew growers or cashew processors or these arecanut growers. So, since I had some rural background in agriculture lending and all, I tried to understand the problems faced by them. The problems main thing was their finances, and majority of them no, they were either proprietorship or partnership. They didn't have the corporate thing and all, so they didn't have access to the what is happening around them and how they can improve their this one, uh, do marketing and do much business. So what I gradually thought is get into touch with some industrial houses and all, made them understand how they can do some exporting also, how they can build a new type of what you call farming mechanization and all. And also in case of this fish processing units, I got into touch with some foreign buyers who can be of help to them. So gradually it started attracting the new thoughts. So I had an SME customer meet wherein big customers and small customers had an interaction, and how they grew their business. They started sharing, and SME was very much neglected in those areas. It has become a small petty shop type. So they didn't had exposure to the usual what you call financial support. They depended more on their chartered accountants and their, and what they used to guide only they used to understand. They never used to understand how bankers can help them. They didn't have much what you call confidence on the suggestions given by the bankers. So we had some seminars and all wherein how different concepts of banking, how the various financial products can be availed from banks like cash credit, term loan, and then project loan, like that. So when we started explaining like this, some showed interest. Some started taking the term notes for improving the mechanization, improvement of their industrial units. So it gradually attracted the other people also. So the confidence built up. Once the confidence started building, no, their own what industrial associations called us and made us to give a presentation how we can improve their funding and how they can accommodate each other, how they can do marketability, how it is expansion can take place, how multiple products can be brought in. So it gradually it gained prominence. So it was in a way a successful tenure for me for industrial growth of SME in that area.
Yeah, because it can be very hard, but knowledge spreading is most important, where people
Yes.
understand what it is about. So, having worked with export houses and ECGC schemes, you've seen how crucial international linkages are for SMEs. Expanding globally is challenging for smaller businesses. So, what role do these linkages play in helping SMEs scale internationally? And for those looking to venture into global markets, what advice would you give them to help them in the first step?
Yeah. At the same time, in addition to my earlier question, wherein I have started the SME expansion, I had found out a few units who had the capacity to grow bigger. They had some export business, but what happened was, what I observed was, they were using the services of an agent to do the export business. They were not doing directly with their foreign clients. So majority of the earnings by what they earned from abroad, majority used to go to as a commission to these agents. So they never used to earn much. So they didn't give much scope for export because they thought it is not a much profitable business. So I got in touch with the ECGC officials and made them bring the EXIM Bank people also. We had a seminar for exporters. And a few of our forex people from Bangalore head office also, we had a seminar, and we told them how exports can be increased, how we can get in touch with other people, how we can get in touch with the credit reports like Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, like that, so that we can understand the financial strength of the people who buy abroad. And then how the coverage, SCGC people came out with their policies, how they cover the foreign exports, and how they can be covered against any what you call the potential or political risk or any other risk. So gradually they started testing waters, and it year on year, I mean month on month, it gradually started increasing. So after about 5 6 months, when they are able to get some good business, no, it attracted other people. In addition to this cashew nut and fish, you will not believe this granite people, which were in very small segment, they started approaching me for export business. And in Europe and all, especially for this graveyard and all, they have the epitaph carved in granites. So it was such a wonderful business for one of the exporters. He started doing if he was doing more in lakhs, he started seeing crores. So such a tremendous growth in forex happened, no. So in SME branch we had to open a forex division. We were made to get a SWIFT code for direct crediting the amount, and we opened a forex insurance the desk also. So it increased like anything. The turnover from Mangalore itself was very big compared to the other turnovers. And you will not, you will be surprised. There are about, even now, I think around 45 to 50 exporters are there in and around Mangalore, of which around 18 to 20 bank with SBI. So sometimes when I go there occasionally, they still remember the efforts made by us, and they in turn canvas others. So it was a very great experience for me as far as exports are concerned. And even today, the ECGC people now they have opened the regional offices in Mangalore, and they tell me that the export growth has happened tremendously. It was a great achievement for them also.
Yeah,
So it
would
was a
be
good.
100%. Sir, with your incredible experience, including your participation in programs like the National Green Channel program, it's clear that you've always prioritized learning and growth. So I'm really curious, sir, how important do you think continuous learning is for a leader's success, and what do you do to ensure you're always staying one step ahead in this ever-changing landscape?
Yeah. See, initially, I told I joined a rural bank, no? So in our bank, there is always a transfer of policy and all. We have to serve in various parts of the country. So I was posted to a rural branch called Kalgi near Gulbarga in northern Karnataka. So at that time, it was very backward. That was called a backward district also. So I was made as a branch head there also, and I had to interact with so many farmers. Since it was a dry land, there was no scope for irrigation. So other than one crop, the whole around 6 to 8 months, they used to simply sit idle, wait for rains. If the rain doesn't come, nothing used to happen. So, with my earlier experiences, I started interacting with the government departments, and then we thought of alternative helping the people of farmers. Like this was the dry area, so cotton can be grown. In addition, that the sheep rearing, then mulberry, and then dairy farming, horticulture, everything we started making them do those things. So, because of my agriculture intervention and performance in that branch, I was selected for this All India Green Channel program. It is a program conducted by the bank to identify and what we call appreciate the efforts made by the individual branch heads in the area of agriculture. So it is already a program there. It was happened in Siliguri. It was about a fortnight program. They took us to various areas where the alternative livelihood was shown, like what called basket making, then rope making, and then this is small Kadian village garment industries. How you can help them like that. So I got into under this tea farming, the what you call contract farming, cooperative farming, so many things I got into ideas. So when I came back, I started sharing with them. And in our area, we had got a self-help group of ladies. So I got into touch with them, made the small meeting of them, and told them these things the ladies can take up and support their farmers and their houses with additional income, so that they can improve the standard of living. The majority of them took it as a challenge, and they started doing like this. And in turn, they also their income also started earning more, and they were able to give good quality education for their children. And even few people they were able to admit to the higher courses which they never thought they were able to do it in their lifetime. So this is how this one channel program of attending in all India level made me enabled me to help them, and it made me to understand how we can grow as a leader also by
Yeah.
leading them, giving them the suggestion at the right time, and make them understand that they can also be in a way productive for everybody.
Yeah, very true. That is what knowledge gives you. It provides you the
Yes,
opportunity to cater to a different mindset, range of people.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So, looking at everything you've accomplished so far, I can't help but wonder what's next for you. Like, as you continue to shape the future of banking and business development, what are the aspirations that you still have that drive you forward? And with all your experience, do you see yourself stepping into more strategic boardroom roles in the future?
Yeah, see, I never thought this thought would come into my mind. Uh, I was what you call interacting with so many SME units. Majority were either proprietorship or partnership, as I told earlier. Only few were companies. One thing I noticed is these people, since they are either first generation entrepreneurs or second generation, they are all technocrats. They don't have very good knowledge in finances because they are not brought up in that way. They study some engineering or thing. They will think only in improving their technology or improving their products. So finances will be a little Greek and Latin for them. So what they do is they all depend on their either the chartered accountants or the factory accountants who takes care. And what they suggest, these people blindly follow. They will not be able to apply their mind because their thought process is on different angle. When I was dealing with them, I used to tell them you should not do like this. See, some people were go borrowing recklessly. When I question them, they say my sales is improving. That's why I am borrowing. Suddenly something happens. Let us see. When it happens, you will see. Like that was the answer. So I said, this is not the smart way of doing things. There are so many other things you can do it. So instead of going for this, you can improve your what you call fine tune your technology or improve your thing. So that needs lot of finance. That much I cannot afford. So these thoughts we used to find. Then I thought, suppose I had an opportunity, if I able to enter into any board. So as a part-time director or one of the independent director, I will be able to guide them, at least improve their style of functioning, and also bring some financial discipline, so that they will not fall into any trap of what you call getting caught, or which may hinder their growth in future. So there should be steady growth supported by the risk managing ability. It should not be risk taking ability. So those process made me thought, can I think about doing this directorship? So then only I thought of taking it seriously to become an independent director.
Yeah, that's a lovely thought. Because it does happen. What you're saying is very right, that with the evolvement of technology, we often lose people with finance and on ground experience in the boardroom.
Yes, sir.
So, in today's rapidly changing business environment, ESG factors are becoming more crucial than ever. From your extensive experience in banking and leadership, how do you see the role of ESG evolving within the industry?
Yes, sir. Of late, ESG has gained very much prominence. And it is heartening to see that more and more SME units are taking up ESG in a big way. So during my tenure, I used to advocate for this alternative like renewable energy and solar energy, so that the carbon prints can be reduced and they can get some carbon credits. few of my unit promoters took up the in a challenging way, and one or two were able to put up windmill, and few people were able to put up these rooftop solars and all. So gradually they were able, these results, after about 6 to 7 months, they were able to see the results. They were able to make the power on their own. Their power bill came down. In general, their additional, what do you call, expenses also came down. And they were able to have a full this one, satisfaction of done on their own. And it became a prestigious issue for few people to exhibit their this one, that I have done like this. So few people got inspired by this thing, and then gradually started expanding. And I had a few pharma units wherein they used to have this what you call effluent treatment plants. So what I made requested them is, instead of wasting those effluent treated water, they can use it in gardening, or they can adopt some parks in the cities and give those water for the plants, so that they can save those water also, and at the same time improve the environment, and the greenery can be established. So few people took up what they call adopting those improvement of the parks by putting up their board, and their canvassing happened. So in that way, they were able to improve the what they call total outlook of industries in and around this Mangalore area, and gradually the greenery started expanding. So it was heartening to see that the what you call enthusiasm and euphoria gradually developing a big scale. And I still feel ESG has a long way to go, and it will be taken up in a bigger way in coming future also, so that we can save our environment, and we can have more sustainable living.
True, sir, and that is the future of corporate industry where we're going. That if we don't have that, there will not be much left to work on.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Sir, you recently joined Directors Institute, and with your wealth of experience in leadership and banking, I'm curious to hear about your journey with the institute so far. What inspired you to take this step, and how has it been, sir?
Yes, sir. As I don't know, I was a little curious to what you call, had a thought of entering into the boardroom. So one of my corporate clients suggested to attend me a session by Zishan Ali sir on this independent directorship. So I attended that training, and I was very much what you call taken back by the various inputs I drew from that session. So then only I was able to understand the real role of an independent director. Hitherto, I was under the feeling that the independent director will, in general, be a proxy to the management. He will just say what a management says, and he will sign those board resolution and all. So he may not have their what is the quality role to play. But I was wrong. So after attending these sessions, and also attended a lot of sessions of Sundaration sir, about 7, 8 virtual meetings were there. So I had very good inputs, lot of case studies, lot of live examples. So which made me understand how important the role of an independent director is there. So I am on my way of completion of the course, and take up the exam. I'm really eagerly awaiting for a chance to function as an independent director and improve my capability, and what I call my skills, understand more fine tuning with my skills also. And really indebted to the Direct Institute for providing me this opportunity.
So that brings us to the end of today's episode. So, firstly, thank you for those kind words and for taking time out for us today. Your insights, especially on leadership, evolving role of SMEs, have been invaluable. We sure our audience has learned so much from your wealth of experience.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much for having me and providing me an opportunity to share my journey. It was a great conversation with you. I hope it will have some helpful for everyone tuning in. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, sir, and a big thank you to all of our audience for joining us. We hope you found today's episode inspiring and insightful. So, until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.